channel. So I wanted to share this week something that I'm going to say happened to me, because it was a nice gesture that people did for me this week. But let's start with the question. Why are you on LinkedIn? Why did you join LinkedIn? What did you hope to get out of it? And are you getting out of it what you hoped? And I'm guessing the answer to that last question, maybe no. And that's based on what I observed last week with myself. I have many jobs that I list on LinkedIn because I do several things, and one of them had an anniversary last week. So it was nice to get messages that said, congrats on your work anniversary. But here's the problem. I got 43 messages that said exactly the same thing. So I titled this week's chat, "Are you giving people the finger on LinkedIn?" Because it is so easy as we're going through on our LinkedIn, congrats on your work anniversary. I want to say congrats, and LinkedIn has already filled something in for us. Isn't that nice? So all I have to do is use my finger and click that and send them a message. I'm literally just giving somebody a finger. And my mama taught me not to make ugly gestures. And not that that's an ugly gesture, but it just doesn't mean anything when you get it 43 times. And I had an anniversary for another one of my online jobs the month before. So in the past month, I've gotten about 80 messages that said exactly the same thing. One person stood out. Frank, a contact of mine, and not somebody that I've ever met in person, but he sent a message that said, congrats on your work anniversary. I hope this year brings you all that you possibly can hope for and to see. He took maybe 5 more seconds. You think it was 5 seconds to type that? All right, let's say he's a slow typer. Let's say he took 15 seconds to type out a little bit more information. You can even use some auto respond fillers. There's one on Chrome that, like auto text, that if you start typing something, it fills in the rest for you. It knows what you're going to type. And if you want to stand out, if you want to take that connection and make it a relationship, take that 15 seconds. Take some extra time to tell that person a little bit that shows that you actually know what the work anniversary is. The last time I did have some students, because it was for my teaching job, and they actually did say, I'm so glad to see you're still teaching. And I don't teach a whole lot anymore. So it's nice to know that at one time, when I did teach full-time, that it was appreciated. Fix that hair there. But they're still connecting to me, and they're still telling me, hey, I'm still enjoying the field. I just got a new job. I just got my first job. So they are doing what you hope LinkedIn would do. So here's what I have started to do this week with those LinkedIn connections. Oh, my battery's running low. Let me plug in too. So here's what I've started to do with those LinkedIn connections this week. I've taken 15 more seconds, and I've asked each of them a question, about their job, congratulating them, being specific about what job it is, because I have heard that question before. I'm sure that you've heard, people say, well, I got all these messages from my work anniversary, but I don't even know what work anniversary it is. Because, they don't remember what dates that they put as their start date. Few of us do. And so we're not connecting like we should. And people say, well, I don't even know how to use LinkedIn. That's one easy thing that you can do when you are hitting, you see on those notifications, the notifications on your phone, red button, I think it has a bell on it. So it gives you click on that and it gives you the list of, okay, here's some articles that you should read. Here's the people who liked your post. Here are the people who are celebrating work anniversaries. And so they'll list what job or, where the person is working. And so you can say, hey, John Doe, how do you like working at the Acme Widget Factory? What is your favorite part of that job? And that way you are starting what we all want. You're starting to learn more. Remember, I'm part of the one philosophy where you talk less and listen more, but you ask questions so that you can listen. And so, yeah, you're starting to talk more, but you're talking more by asking questions to where you can listen to what they say, to where maybe that person has something that you can respond to, that you can say, man, that's great. I love that you do that. Tell me more. And maybe you can find out something that they need, something that you can connect them to. Maybe it's something you have. Maybe it's a product or service that you have. Or maybe it's a product or service that one of your connections has. If you start building these relationships on LinkedIn, those messages, you can tag more than one person. So when it says to, you can tag or send it to more than one person. Don't start sending one of those groups to 97 people. That gets annoying. But one or two people and say, hey, Jane, John Doe at the Widget Factory says that he needs a better 3D printer. And I know that you sell 3D printers. Why don't you tell him more about how you can help him with getting his 3D printer? And so by listening more and by starting the connections, maybe they have something for you, or maybe they have something for somebody else that you can connect them to. And just know that the more people that you are connecting, the more likely, just know that that energy is going to come back to you. If I recommend somebody or somebody recommends me, I'm going to do everything that I can to pay that person back. And if I know, okay, I'll never be able to pay you back, maybe I send you just a thank you card. Maybe I send you a quick brownie through my send out cards. Something that makes us more connection. So my question to you today is, are you doing nothing more than giving somebody a finger on LinkedIn? Take the time, take 15 seconds, type a little bit more than what LinkedIn suggests, stand out from the crowd, and start connecting with more people that you're already connected to on LinkedIn. Make it work for you so that you are being the one for other people, and so that others can then be the one for you. Because if you ask them what they like about their job, hopefully they'll ask you what you like about your job. You can start a conversation and get to know people more. I was meeting with a client yesterday in a real meeting, a face-to-face meeting. And he said the person actually told him they didn't understand what he did. And if they don't understand what he did, they could not recommend him. They could not connect him to people. And I think I have that problem too. I think a few people don't understand what I do, or they understand one section of what I do and not the broad spectrum of what I do. And so I may be missing out on some referrals, maybe missing out on some business because I see them going to other people for things that I could do for them. And that's my fault because I'm not connecting with them. I am not sending them the right LinkedIn messages that say, hey, I want to know a little bit more about you, because that way I get to get some information. Another thing that people do wrong with those LinkedIn messages is that as soon as somebody connects them, they send out, a paragraph long. It fits my whole, especially if I'm on a mobile phone. If I have to scroll to read your whole first message, you're sending too much information and you're going to turn somebody off. Don't ask for the marriage when you haven't even met for coffee yet. What I mean by that is just say, hey, it's so nice to connect. Tell me more about your business. And don't assume, hey, I've got this great thing, so let me tell you all about it because I'm so excited. And I'm glad that you're so excited to share what you do with me. But I want to get to know you more before I just get this big long message with, I'll do this, this, and this. Go to my website to learn more. We haven't connected yet. It's not what the LinkedIn connection seems to mean. All right, so don't give anybody the finger on LinkedIn. Take 15, 20 seconds. Type a little bit more, the congrats on your work anniversary, and see if you don't get some more connections that are better connections on LinkedIn. Let me know. Come back, put a message here. Wherever you're finding this video, it's going to be on my blog, it's going to be on my YouTube channel, wherever you have found it. Come back and let me know if you did take out congrats on your work anniversary, type a more personal message, and make a connection with somebody a little bit more than you ever had before. Thanks for joining me here. I hope to see you next week on my Your Social Butterfly channel. I'm here on F2F. Why am I here instead of on Facebook or another place? And it's because I'm here for my branding. This is me, and nobody can take this away from me. I'm recording it to my computer and to my YouTube channel. I'll then download it so that I have it. Facebook has gotten to where they keep adding rules, or they're saying we're not going to show your stuff to as many people. I want to make sure that I keep control of things that I own. And I love the F2F, which stands for face-to-face, what they're doing to help us to brand ourselves, to get more audience. They have a discover button up here at the top of the F2F. So if you're watching this somewhere else, let me tell you where my channel is. It is F as in Frank, 2, the number 2, F.live/Ellen McDowell. I have several channels there. Every week I'm on my Your Social Butterfly channel. The game changer for me, when they added the button. When you go there, you'll see a little honor the butterfly button if I'm giving you good information. If, as you're joining me, you're getting good information. I give you the opportunity to say, hey, Ellen, that was good information for me. Let me honor you with a Starbucks, a little money that you can go to Starbucks on. Or, Ellen, I'm going to honor you with this $100 because I want a consultation with you. So if you're on my broadcast, that actually is a discount for an hour-long consultation. So join me on my F2F channel each Tuesday, or check the latest schedule. And I hope to see you joining me here on my face-to-face broadcast. I'm enjoying doing it. It is my goal to broadcast every week. Here in Louisiana, we are on Mardi Gras.